Of people came out to Dry Hill Ski Area Sunday to take on the hill in a different way. The ski area hosted its second annual pond skim event. With skis or snowboards and the best costume they could put together, participants had to try and skim across a makeshift pond without sinking to the bottom. One snowboarder we spoke with says he came up to the event with his friends and is happy his successful 180-degree jump was a hit.
It's definitely a very adrenaline rushing, it's definitely like you're ready to go. And then when he says, you're ready to go, you just send it.
After the jumping was over, there was also a hot wing eating contest where the winners took home some lift tickets and Dry Hill swag.